Welcome to the Intelligent Pharma Minute. This is the seventh edition, and I'm recording this live from Jacksonville, Florida. This show is sponsored by XLM Continuous TV. My goal here is to convert mundane GXP processes into intelligent minute. Okay, let's go. Let me ask you something. You got a manufacturing line, well controlled, validated, running beautifully, maybe too beautifully, because the very thing that makes it GXP compliant is the same thing that's strangling your AI initiative. You don't have enough failure data to train a model worth deploying. Out of spec events happen twice a year. Equipment failures are rare, blend deviations intermittent, and now you can't turn deliberate fault injection experiments on a live pharmaceutical line. So your predictive analytics project stalls. Not because the model architecture is wrong, not because your team lacks the talent, because you're starving the AI. Meta's FAIR research team just published a paper that directly attacks this problem. And I think it's one of the most important AI papers published this year for our industry. It's called Autodata. And the core idea is deceptively simple. Instead of asking AI to use data, you deploy an AI agent to build the training data that other AI systems need to learn from. Here's how it works. You spin up a multi agent loop, a challenger that generates synthetic data scenarios grounded in your real process documents, a weak solver that represents your current model, a strong solver that represents expert level capability, and a judge that only accepts examples where the expert succeeds but the production model struggles. That's your learning signal, calibrated, targeted, auditable. And the results are not subtle. A 4 billion model trained on auto data generated examples outperformed an untuned 397 billion parameter model on legal reasoning benchmarks. A model nearly 100 times smaller because it was trained on better, smarter data. Now translate that to your sterile fill finish line, your blend uniformity challenge, your automated visual inspection system. You don't need to wait years for rare failure events to accumulate. You ground the agent in your batch records, your qualification protocols, your FEMAs, and you generate thousands of calibrated synthetic failure scenarios that your model can actually learn from. The question is no longer whether AI can work in GXP manufacturing. The data problem is solvable. The question is whether your validation framework is ready to govern agentic AI that builds its own training data. That's where the next battle is. And that's exactly what we are doing at XLM Continuous Intelligence. We auto generate synthetic data that trains our models, and these models run our apps. See you next week.